Somewhere in Africa, right now, an animal is lying dead still in the shallows. Only its eyes and nostrils break the surface. It hasn't eaten in weeks. It doesn't need to. It can wait longer than you can stay careful. And the moment you stop watching the water, that's the moment it moves. This is the Nile crocodile. It kills hundreds of people every year, and it has been perfecting this exact ambush for 5 million years. Let's be clear about what we're dealing with. An adult male Nile crocodile runs 3.5 to 5 meters long, and weighs anywhere from 225 kilos to over 750. The biggest ever recorded pushed past 6 meters and topped 1,000 kilograms. That makes it the largest predator on the entire African continent, and the second largest reptile alive today, beaten only by the saltwater crocodile. Its skin is thick, scaly, heavily armored. It's built like something that was never meant to be argued with. And it lives almost everywhere there's water, 26 countries, lakes, rivers, swamps, marshland. If there's a shoreline in sub-Saharan Africa, assume it's watching. Here's what should unsettle you the most. This animal is patient in a way we're not wired to understand. It's an ambush predator. It can hold in one spot for hours, days, even weeks. Waiting. Not hunting the way a lion hunts, no chase, no build-up. Just stillness, until you make one mistake. And it takes almost anything within reach. Fish, birds, reptiles, mammals. Even fast prey isn't safe, because the crocodile doesn't need to be faster than you. It only needs you to come one step too close to the edge. When it finally strikes, the physics are brutal. Nile crocodiles have a bite that's described as unique among all animals, nothing else on Earth clamps down quite like it. Sharp, conical teeth sink in and lock. Once it has a grip, that grip is almost impossible to break. But the bite isn't even the killing part. Here's the part that should scare you. The crocodile can hold that pressure for an incredibly long time. So it doesn't rely on the wound. It drags its prey under, and it simply waits again, this time underwater, holding you down, using its own weight and patience until you can't fight anymore. It drowns you. Now here's a twist people don't expect. These killers are social. They'll share a basking spot. They'll gather around the same school of fish, the same big carcass. But it's not friendship, it's a strict order, ranked entirely by size. The largest, oldest males sit at the top. They eat first. They take the best spots. And the others respect that line. When one of them doesn't, when the hierarchy gets broken, the response is fast and violent, and sometimes it's fatal. Even among their own kind, size decides who lives well and who doesn't. And then there's the part that almost makes it worse. This animal is a devoted parent. Like other reptiles, they lay eggs, but here both the female and the male guard the nest. That's rare. Very few reptile species have fathers that stick around. When the eggs hatch, the parents protect the young for a while. Not forever. The hatchlings hunt for themselves from the start, they're never fed. But for a stretch of time, one of the deadliest predators in Africa is standing over a nest, ready to defend it. Patience, armor, that grip, and now, something protecting it. That's a hard thing to move against. The Nile crocodile isn't some recent monster. Its lineage first shows up around 7 to 5 million years ago in Kenya. And genetics threw us a curveball, turns out it's more closely related to the crocodiles of the Americas than to its African neighbors. But go back further and it gets darker. There were relatives, see Anthropophagus, see Athorjarnarsoni, that grew to 7.5 meters. Broad snout. Specialized. Built to take down large mammals. This design worked so well it barely needed changing. What's stalking Africa's rivers today is the streamlined, still lethal version of something that has been drowning big prey since before we existed. And it still kills hundreds of people every single year. That's the thing about the Nile crocodile. It hasn't been beaten. It's common, it's not endangered, and it lives across 26 countries because the strategy is close to perfect armor, a bite that won't let go, and a patience that outlasts every animal it hunts, including us. It doesn't come at you loud. It doesn't chase. It just waits at the exact edge of your world, in the water you have to use to live. And the hundreds of people it takes every year almost never see the moment it decides. That's not a monster from the past. That's the shoreline, today, watching back. If this held you the whole way through, subscribe, there's a lot more that lives in the water and the dark that we're covering next. Tell me in the comments which apex predator you want dissected.